What if I told you the person standing between you and the life you dream about is not your past, not your circumstances, not even your failures, but you? And the most brutal truth, nobody is coming to fix you. Not your friends, not your family, not luck, not time. If that thought makes you uncomfortable, then this message is exactly for you. We all love the idea of transformation. We admire strong people, disciplined minds, fearless souls. But what we don't see is the pain they walked through alone, the nights they questioned everything, and the moments they chose growth over comfort. Fixing yourself is not a glamorous journey. It is not a trend. It is a lonely, uncomfortable, brutally honest process where you are forced to face the parts of yourself you've been running from your entire life. And the truth is, most people don't fail because they can't change. They fail because they don't want to face the truth about themselves. You are the problem and the solution. There comes a moment in life when the mirror stops lying to you, when the excuses you have been repeating for years begin to sound hollow, when you realize that the life you are living is not something that just happened to you, but something that was slowly shaped by your own choices, your own patterns, your own silence in moments where you should have taken responsibility. And that realization is not empowering at first. It is painful. It is heavy. It feels like the ground beneath you has been taken away. Because blaming others was easier. It gave you comfort. It protected your ego, but the truth strips you of that comfort and forces you to stand alone with yourself. And when you stand there, you begin to see how often you chose avoidance over action, how often you let fear decide your direction, how many times you said tomorrow, knowing deep inside that tomorrow was just another hiding place. And it is not easy to admit that you have been holding yourself back. It is not easy to accept that the barriers you hated were sometimes the ones you built, brick by brick, decision by decision, because that truth demands accountability, and accountability demands change. But hidden inside this brutal realization is something powerful, something life-changing, because if you are the problem, then you are also the solution, and that means your life is not controlled by luck, not limited by circumstances, not defined by where you started. It means you have control, even if it is uncomfortable, even if it requires effort, even if it demands that you become someone you have never been before. Because the same mind that created your struggles can also create your freedom. And the day you stop pointing fingers and start pointing inward is the day your life begins to shift, not overnight, not magically, but truthfully, deeply, because now every decision you make becomes intentional, every action becomes a step forward, and every small effort becomes a rebellion against the version of you that once chose comfort over growth. And that is where real transformation begins. Not when life becomes easy, but when you decide to take full ownership of everything you are and everything you can, still become disciplined. Will hurt more than regret, but it heals. Discipline does not arrive like inspiration. It does not feel exciting. It does not come wrapped in motivation or energy. It enters your life quietly. Often when you least want it, in the early mornings when your body begs for sleep, in the late nights when your mind searches for distraction, in the moments where giving up feels easier than continuing, and in those moments, discipline feels like resistance, like pressure, like something that is forcing you to go against your own comfort. And that is why most people avoid it, because discipline demands that you act despite how you feel, that you move forward even when your emotions are pulling you backward, that you stay consistent even when results are invisible. And it feels unfair, it feels exhausting, it feels like you are putting in effort without reward. But what you do not see is that discipline is slowly building something within you, something stronger than motivation, something deeper than temporary excitement. Because on the other side of discipline lies freedom, a kind of freedom that is not loud but steady, not flashy but unbreakable. It is the freedom of knowing that you can rely on yourself, that your actions are not controlled by your moods, that your progress is not dependent on external validation. And this kind of freedom is rare because it is earned through repetition, through persistence, through choosing the hard path again and again, even when no one is watching. And then there is regret, silent, patient, waiting for the moments when you look back and realize what you could have done, what you should have done, what you had the chance to become but didn't. And regret does not hurt immediately. It grows slowly, it settles into your thoughts, it whispers questions that have no answers, and the pain of discipline will always be temporary, but the pain of regret can stay with you for a lifetime, shaping the way you see yourself, reminding you of the life you almost lived. Nobody cares as much as you think. You spend so much of your life worrying about how you are being perceived, replaying conversations in your mind, questioning your actions, holding yourself back because of what someone might say, what someone might think, what someone might assume, and it feels real. It feels important. It feels like the world is watching you, judging you, waiting for you to make a mistake. But the truth is far simpler and far more freeing than that. People are not thinking about you as much as you believe they are. They are consumed by their own insecurities, their own struggles, their own fears. They are fighting battles you cannot see, carrying burdens you do not understand. And just like you are focused on your own life, they are focused on theirs. And this realization can feel disappointing at first, but it is also liberating because it means you are not as restricted as you thought you were. And even in the moments where people do judge you, where they criticize you, where they misunderstand you, their opinions do not define your reality unless you allow them to, because their perspective is shaped by their experiences, their limitations, their fears, not yours. And if you let their voices become louder than your own, you will spend your entire life living according to expectations that were never meant for you. The moment you release the need for validation, the moment you stop seeking approval, the moment you decide that your life is not a performance but a journey, everything begins to change. You begin to move differently, think differently, act differently, not because you no longer care at all, but because you finally care about the right thing, your own growth, your own direction, your own truth. And that shift gives you a kind of confidence that does not depend on applause, but on self-respect. Growth requires letting go of who you were. There is a version of you that feels familiar, that feels safe, that feels comfortable because you have lived with it for so long. Your habits, your patterns, your mindset, even your fears have become a part of your identity. And letting go of that version of yourself does not feel like growth at first. It feels like loss, like you are leaving behind something that once defined you, something that once protected you. And that is why change is so difficult, not because you are incapable, but because you are attached to the way things have always been, attached to the identity you have built, attached to the comfort of familiarity, even when that comfort is limiting you, even when it is holding you back, even when it is preventing you from becoming the person you are meant to be. But growth does not ask for permission. It demands transformation. It requires you to step into the unknown, to release what no longer serves you, to question beliefs you once accepted without doubt, to challenge habits you once justified. And this process is not easy. It is uncomfortable. It is uncertain. It is filled with moments where you feel lost between who you were and who you are becoming. And yet within that discomfort lies your evolution. Because every time you let go of an old pattern, you create space for a new one. Every time you release a limiting belief, you open the door to a new perspective. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you move closer to your true self. Not the version shaped by fear, but the version shaped by courage, resilience, and the willingness to become something greater than what you once thought was possible. Consistency beats motivation every single time. Motivation feels powerful in the moment. It gives you energy. It gives you excitement. It makes you believe that change is easy, that transformation is just one decision away. But motivation is temporary. It fades as quickly as it appears. It disappears when things become difficult, when progress slows down, when the initial excitement is replaced by routine. And if you rely on motivation alone, you will find yourself starting over again and again. Consistency, on the other hand, is quiet. It does not announce itself. It does not depend on how you feel. It is built in the small moments, the unnoticed efforts, the daily choices that seem insignificant but accumulate over time. And it is not glamorous, it is not exciting, it is often repetitive and boring, but it is also the foundation of every lasting change. Because real transformation is not created in a single moment of inspiration, it is built through repetition, through showing up even when you are tired, even when you are distracted, even when you doubt yourself. It is about continuing when stopping would be easier, about moving forward when progress feels slow, about trusting the process even when the results are not immediately visible. And over time, consistency creates something that motivation never can. It creates discipline, it creates resilience, it creates a version of you that is not dependent on external factors, but grounded in action, in commitment, in the ability to keep going regardless of how you feel. And that is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Not talent, not luck, but the simple, powerful habit of showing up every single day without fail. In the end, and when you finally face all these truths together, you begin to understand that fixing yourself was never meant to be easy, never meant to be quick, never meant to be comfortable. It was meant to challenge you in ways that force you to grow beyond your excuses, beyond your fears, beyond the identity you once held on to so tightly. Because real transformation is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming aware. Aware of your patterns, your choices, your responsibilities, and choosing differently even when it hurts, even when it feels unfamiliar, even when no one is there to applaud you. Because this journey is not about proving anything to the world, it is about proving something to yourself. And one day, without even realizing it, you will look back at the person you used to be and feel a quiet strength within you. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. Because you stopped waiting for change and started creating it. Because you stopped running from yourself and finally faced who you are with honesty and courage. And in that moment, you will understand that fixing yourself was never about becoming someone new. It was about uncovering the strength, the discipline, and the resilience that was always within you, waiting for you to rise and claim it.